Hey everybody, I'm Scott from milevalue.com, this handsome guy right here, and this video will be about how to book free one-ways on American Airlines awards online. So there are some rules that we'll need to follow that I won't be going over completely in this video. To read all about free one-ways on American Airlines awards, you're going to want to go to this post on my site, Master Thread Free One-Ways on American Airlines Awards. That has everything you need to know about free one-ways on American Airlines Awards all in one place. So to start off booking online, we're going to go to aa.com, and right here on the home page, we're going to check the box that says Redeem Advantage Miles, and we're going to click the link that says Multi-City. This brings us to the Multi-City Advantage Award search page. And here we can either search a one-way American Airlines award with a free one-way added, or a round trip with 2 free one-ways added. American Airlines is the only airline that allows you to get a free one-way on a one-way award or 2 free one-ways on a round trip. So I'm just going to do a one-way award with a free one-way. And I'm going to do something like this, which is New York to Berlin is the main award. That's in June, so that's normally 30,000 miles one-way in economy class. This on top is a free one-way, Honolulu to the New York area. It's 5 months beforehand, and it's just half of a separate trip to Hawaii, basically. But it doesn't add to the price of the award. In fact, it subtracts 10,000 miles from the price of the award. But more on that in a little bit. So the way you do the search is you don't have to search each individual segment. You just search each, let's say, trip. So if we want to start in Honolulu and go to New York, and we don't care what the routing is, we'll do this. NYC is the New York City code, so it will bring up results from JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark. Here I'll type in JFK because I really want the direct Air Berlin flight to TXL, which is Berlin. So let's do a February date for Hawaii and a July date for Berlin. You can skip the rest of this form except for the number of passengers, and I'll just search for 1 passenger. Click go. We'll get the search results. So online, the search results you'll get will be the following airlines: American, Alaska, Hawaiian, British, Finnair, Air Berlin, and Qantas. That's not all of American's partners. So other partners, you'll have to search other ways, and you'll have to call up to book, but these are all bookable online. So this is what we'll see. You'll see, since we searched for 2 discrete segments or sections of the itinerary, Honolulu to New York and New York to Berlin, we'll see 2 different sections, Flight 1 and Flight 2, they label it. And Flight 2, you'll see, has these prices, 20K, 50K, 62.5K. And if I click the buttons, I'll see the award availability in those classes: economy, business, first. Flight 1 doesn't have any prices, it just has dashes. And the reason why is that it's a free one-way, and American Airlines even knows it's a free one-way. This international award allows a stopover at New York for no additional miles. Miles required for both flights is displayed on the award legend for the international flight. So we just have to select our date on this screen. I go over here to the number of stops, and I'll look for non-stop only because there is a direct Honolulu to New York City, to JFK specifically, flight on Hawaiian Airlines, which is bookable with American Airlines miles. But it does not look to have any space that time of year. So I'll go back to no preference and go with February 20th. And then I'll go down here and I'll also select non-stop only, because there's the direct Air Berlin flight from JFK to Berlin. And it has incredible availability throughout the summer, which is rare. It's hard to find availability sometimes to Europe in the summer. So we'll go with July 21st, and we'll go down here and click continue. On the next page, we'll have to pick the specific flights we want. American Airlines displays its results. They display all the non-stops first, followed by all the one-stops. And within each category, they display by time of departure of the first flight. I prefer, as my default, total travel time. So we see that the shortest travel time is through Dallas and connects to LaGuardia. Remember that I typed in the city code NYC, so we're seeing LaGuardia results, we're seeing Newark results. There are some JFK results. Here's one. And it doesn't matter which of those three airports we fly into. We can fly out of JFK at a later date, no problem, because all three New York City area airports are considered co-terminal. So I'll just select the shortest flight, and then I'll go over here, and here are my results for JFK to Berlin. Again, I'll go with the direct flight. We see some American Airlines flights through London. We see some Air Berlin flights through Dusseldorf. What we definitely want to avoid is picking a transatlantic flight on British Airways because we'll see hundreds of dollars worth of surcharges on an economy class ticket, which is horrible in my opinion. So now that we've selected both, you just go down to the bottom of the screen and click continue. We'll come up to the price. So look at this price. Here is the trip details. Honolulu to LaGuardia in February, so that's half of a free trip to Hawaii. The way you would get there would either be a one-way award on United or American, or with British Airways Avios, or you could buy a one-way cash ticket, which usually go for about half the price of a round trip. And then here's the main award, New York to Berlin direct on Air Berlin. And here's the price, 20,000 miles and $7.50. So that's what I mean by free one-way. New York to Berlin itself would cost 30,000 miles, and adding on 10 and a half hours worth of flying actually dropped the price. So that's pretty amazing because the free one-way in this case is actually longer than the main award, and it dropped the price. So how do we know it dropped the price? Here's the American Airlines award chart, and as you can see, North America to Europe is 20,000 one-way economy off-peak, 30,000 one-way economy. So July 21st is obviously peak time to Europe. This would normally go for 30,000, just this one segment. Why did the price drop to 20,000? I discussed this in a post that you can search for under the title of 20K miles to all of Europe all year long. And basically what I've discovered is that American Airlines, for an itinerary that has multiple dates in it, so this takes off February 20th, this takes off February 21st, this takes off July 21st. They need to assign one date to the whole itinerary for the purpose of deciding whether it's an off-peak award or a peak award. And what they do is they assign the first date. So if you add a free one-way that's in the off-peak time period, and the off-peak time period is October 15 to May 15, then your whole award to Europe will be off-peak, or your award to Asia, or your award to South America. Those all have off-peak pricing too. So this is an off-peak award, even though the European segment is pretty peak. So that's why it goes for 20,000 miles and $7.50. So like I said, if you wanted to add a round trip award with 2 free one-ways, you would do that just by typing in the return of the main award here and the free one-way here. If you wanted to do an award to Asia, South America, Africa, Australia, you can add free one-ways to all those awards. I have not gone over all the rules, so you definitely want to go read this post, Master Thread, Free One-Ways on American Airlines Awards. For more great posts like this, read Mile Value every day, or follow me at Mile Value on Twitter. And I hope from now on you can be sure to add free one-ways to your American Airlines Awards and your United and Delta and US Airways Awards. I have those videos also on the YouTube page. This is a great way to just stretch your miles and make them go a lot further. So this is Scott from milevalue.com, and have a good day.